And welcome to Let's Fly VFR and 1,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you to everybody who's supported me, along with Oz Flight Simmer, who's been there in the background guiding me along, and Loby, who's been one hell of a help. So thank you guys for being there. So let's have a quick look at Let's Fly VFR before we do a little bit of flying. So here's the new website for you guys. This is growing daily, and even as you look at this, it's probably changed considerably, but it's going to be a resource. Places to find other YouTubers, place to get information about flying, and also if you are looking to purchase anything as well, if you need a new CPU, GPU, or any toys for your sim, I'm going to try and have as much as possible here. So if you do decide to grab something, and it's all from Amazon, they're all Amazon links, guys, you do get a chance to support the channel, and it doesn't cost you any extra. But make sure you're getting the right price first before you go ahead and click any of those links. So really help. It will really help if you take the time to do that, if that's something you need. So check it out, have a bit of a look there. Now let's have a look at some of my favourite aeroplanes. This is what I thought I would have a look at today. And here we are with the Aerolite 103. We've done a few videos with this over the period, and it's a lot of fun to fly around. Do not try and stall it, because you will not survive. We have found that a number of times. And here we are still at Innsbruck, because it's such a beautiful area. So, but this will probably be the last video we'll do here for a while. Take the Aerolite for a bit of a blast around. You've got all those moving items and cables, and then we've got we've got the Lancair here. Now the Lancair Legacy is a really great plane. I've just reloaded it myself, and all of these are free ones, guys, so go out, grab them, fly something new. And this one, I've got the radar plug-in on as well. I was playing around with it, and the gap in the middle is the gap between the hills ahead of us, guys. So if you get up in the clouds, if you stay in the black bit, you're not going to hit anything. That's the theory anyway. And it has a whole range of settings, so that's a bit of fun to play with as well. So go and get that from the org store, and that'll cost you a whole 0 cents, that will. But it's a great little feature, and you can just move it around the screen, put it wherever you want, and you can enjoy flying that Legacy around. Now this one's a little bit closer to my heart. This is the old Zenith 750. This is more towards what I've actually flown in the Jabiru, and this is a light sport or experimental aircraft. Really, really good for flying slow, getting into small backwaters, and it's very popular for doing that. You wouldn't have any of the spats on it though. You'd just have some nice big wheels. But again, this is another freebie I've just found. I've hardly had to fly with it yet, but I've got it and had a look at it and thought, well, not a bad job. There's some amazing people out there, and you've even got all the Garmin gear with this particular one. So get out, fly around, have a bit of fun with it. And I think I couldn't take off without landing on the same runway in this one, because it's probably the only one you'll be able to do it in. Really, really good for landing. I've seen some of these land in like under 20 meters. You get a good headwind, you can just about land vertically in these ones. We get it all, get the flare, get the rudders going, back on the center line. Oh, a little stall there, a little stall warning, and there we go, down. And then we did dive into something a little bit bigger, the Beach Barron. What a great little aeroplane this one is. And if you're looking to go fast and get places, this is a really great choice. And again, it's one of the default aircraft, guys, so if you're new to X-Plane, have a go at all of these. Work your way up from something small, and we're going to get to something a lot faster in a minute. But this is a great little aeroplane. We've had a bit of fun. We've had engine fires and all sorts in this one over recent times, and there's some recent videos. So yeah, it's a great deal of fun to fly around in. Quite responsive, and it does not like to fly slow. If this thing's slow in the pattern, you better keep the power up to it, otherwise it's going to bite you. But great little aeroplane. Don't we love the scenery? Now it's about time we did some jet fighters. So here's the Rafale C. This is from XPFR. So there's a French website out there, and they make some really great scenery and some great aeroplanes. So you can go and check them out and see if there's anything you like. They go back to some of the older versions of X-Plane. You can get out and drop some bombs. They have a range of different ones. This is the one set up for displays. The burners are running there as we climb out and head towards the clouds. And we'll disappear into them as it climbs away. And if you want to go even faster again, we've got the SR71. This will get you high and fast. This will take you three states to do a U-turn in this guy, and guys, really get it wound up. The animations are really good. It's a good quality aeroplane, and especially at the price it is, 0 cents. Let's fire it up and get those burners running. That's really nice work. You've got the pressure rings. Check everything out. Brakes off. And away we go. Now if you want to get places in a hurry, this will be the jet you'll do it in. Looks awesome with those flames out the back as it takes off down Innsbruck. Lowy. Those rudders going, the centre line is your friend. It doesn't seem to be my friend. I don't seem to be able to maintain it very well. Let this thing fly past. Just got the gear coming up, and out she goes. Another magnificent aeroplane. Now I've got something at the end that's not aeroplane related at all, but it's something you can download, have a bit of fun with. So hang around. I'll get some low level stuff up here and break some glass, I would imagine, over the top of the town here. Now I was getting around about I was in the low 20s with the clouds. I was in about the 25s on the FPS, and then got up to a bit towards 30. So I found that I had the anti-aliasing up 2 steps instead of 1. I was flying around in some nice clear weather, and I was able to do that. So she disappears into the Never Never. Then we get back to what seems to be more popular for a lot of you guys, and that's into the airliners. So we'll take this one, 737-800. Not something I've flown very much at all. You know me, I'm the GA guy, I'm not the big tube liner guy. But we'll give this one a bit of a run just for a quick look. And if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button.
On runway 26. On runway 26.
And there's your alert system as well, all plugged in and running. That's also a download, guys. It's just a free download. You can get off xplane.org, plug it in there, and it'll give you your runway awareness. So your awareness system, it'll do where you are, where you're going. It'll give you heights and runways that you're approaching. And if you happen to be lined up on a taxiway, it will tell you that as well as we fly out. Weather's a little bit better now. Fly out on the 400. Pretty nippy little aeroplane to fly around, this one. Controls are pretty good. It's not big. It's super big, so it's reasonably responsive. We'll level it out. Got some great sounds. You can hear the trims are working there. That's the flaps all the way up. As we're cruising out. Remember, this is in 4K, guys. So I'm recording this in 4K for you. So if you've got the opportunity, check it out. Let me know what you think. Is the quality what it should be? Now, I have taken a couple of the small planes and go scooting down that valley you can see down below there. That was a bit of fun as well. And this is all zoom levels 19 on the ortho, guys. I've got ortho scenery all around here at the moment. Got 16 away from the city itself, but it's still looking really nice. And that valley gets quite narrow in a few spots, so yeah, get down there and have a bit of a go. It's worth a fly down. Bank angle, a little bit too much. Everybody's coffee's going everywhere at this point.
Sink rate.
Go around a little bit further. So, and it's been really great. I've been hearing from quite a number of you guys, so please leave me comments, ask me questions, whatever you like in the comment sections below. I normally get back to you very quickly, but allow that a lot of you guys are in the States, so you're up and about and I'm pushing up Zs. So please allow for that as well. Head back towards the airport. And again, a shout out to Loby. You know, Loby and Ozflight Sim are two guys that have helped me enormously over the last couple of years. And it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun as well making these videos. So I hope you guys enjoy it. A bit of a roll out to the right. Now we have, I think, 2 more to have a look at. And one of them isn't going to be a plane. Lots of good sounds within the cockpit. There's still a few more plugins that I'm considering looking at, but as I said, I think in the last video, if they're not ones that I want or ones that I want to use, I'm not going to just put them in and play with them at this point. If you have anything particularly you'd like to see, then I'm happy to have a look at it for you and make a video on it. It's always good to get some feedback from you guys and girls out there. Shout out to my shadow of recent times, which is Jimbo over there in Thailand. Hope you're enjoying the video, Jimbo. And the last has to be the 747, well, last of the aeroplanes anyway. There's lots of other interesting things you can download on xplane.org. And I have done a little flying in the 747. This is surprisingly easy to fly, and it's reported to be one of the easiest planes to fly, even though it's so large, by real-world pilots. They say it is quite a pleasure, which is surprising considering how big it is. With the power up on those 4 engines, probably get a little bit more flap than I really need. Small landing flaps, but just having a look at how all the animations work. Everything works really well on this aircraft. There she goes, getting out. And the animations look really good. Everything works well. You've got your throttles working. I think the one next to it's spoilers there. You've got your flaps and slats on the other side. The center pedestal there, but she does take a little bit to roll over, but I imagine that she's quite predictable in roll rates. And being that I did manage to get it down on Innsbruck, which I was pretty impressed with myself, she must be a good lady to fly around the sky. And the scenery again is just magnificent in this area. It must be a beautiful place to live. Now let's have a look at the last little one. Yeah, I found this. I just couldn't help myself. It's the Cobra. So you can fly this around. You basically use the rudders to steer it and your throttle to go fast. She's a bit of a handful to hold on to. And no, it doesn't get any airtime. There's all sorts of things you can find. You get it and drive around some of the towns. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? This thing goes really quick down this runway. And is a bit of a handful once you get it going quick too. It doesn't take much to blow some tyres, which is probably happening just about there. So I hope you enjoyed that little review, and again a big thank you to everyone supporting the channel, getting to the 1,000 subscriber mark. It doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot. See you soon.